What do you say to that guy, that girl?
You have to have perseverance.
Perseverance.
Because when you start out, you know, we've all been through it. It's like, is this really what I got into?
Whether you're a seasoned vet of the payments industry or a brand new rookie who just heard the term dual pricing for the first time, you're in the right place. This is the only podcast that shares the strategies and stories behind selling merchant services. Welcome to Agent First.
Welcome to the next episode of the Agent First podcast. I'm excited for today. I'm Justin Vollrath, your host, and I'm pumped to be joined by Steve Walkenshaw. Welcome, Steve.
Hi, Justin. Thank you, sir. Good to be here.
Glad you're here. From, where are you from?
Joplin, Missouri.
Joplin, Missouri. You always lived there? You're always lived
in that area. Yeah, I was raised in Kansas.
Okay.
Other side of the line.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Moved to Joplin when I was like 21.
Okay.
And been in that area ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 21, that was just like last year then.
Oh yeah, just a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So how many years have you been in the industry?
About 7 years now.
7 years.
Yep.
Okay. How did it all start?
Well, I was in a leads group with a friend and got to be a really good friend, and he would come over and talk to me. Hey man, why don't you come to work with me? I said, what do you do? And he told me, and I said, oh yeah, I've talked to you guys on the phone before. Well, we got to get better acquainted, and I would listen to his spiels at our meetings.
Yeah.
And I thought, and then I started hearing people that were working with him, that he gave referrals to, they gave referrals to him, and that's kind of interesting. So, long story short, the more I looked into it, it kind of piqued my interest because I've always been sort of in sales. Yeah. I've been in contract sales, things like that. Right. Had my own business for 10 years, and like I've always said, everyone's in sales really when you think about it.
That's right.
So,
I've met your wife. You're a great salesman, man.
She'll like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I took the bait, and here we are.
Here you are. Yeah. 7 years. Okay, 7 years.
Started with Heartland.
Heartland, right? Yep. Yeah. Heartland and then Beyond. Yep. And then now you're doing your own thing.
Came here. Yep.
How you liking doing your own thing? Kind of the 1099 route.
I like it a lot better than
Yeah.
At first, after the W-2, it was a little bit of a transition. I'm thinking, okay, how's that going to work? But no, I would recommend it.
You're loving it. Loving it. Yeah. Nobody asking about FTAs or anything like that. No, that stuff going on. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah. I love to learn more about the whole goal of this podcast is to help kind of tell your story, inspire others. Just get some ideas flowing about the industry and what it takes to be successful in this. And so you've done well over those 7 years. What would you attribute that to? What do you say is kind of your secret sauce of what you're doing that's such different?
I think if you find your niche, for me it's restaurants.
Okay.
Because my background, I had some sales with restaurants.
Okay.
And then the business I had, I also worked with restaurants.
Okay.
And so when the guy that got me started, when we were talking about it, I thought, well, that'd be a natural for me to be in restaurants. And I still do a lot of restaurants. I probably do that's like 75% of my portfolio.
Okay.
But, that was a natural, and because I'd never really done a lot of cold calls.
Okay.
And unlike some people, I don't like cold calls. I do them, and the more you do them, the better you get at it, the more relaxed you get. But, I think just being comfortable with your situation, and you learn real quick. Myself, I think what you do is, as a salesperson, you sell yourself. Mm-hmm. And then, because you already know they have that need for what you sell. And once you get a rapport with them, they're comfortable with you.
Yeah.
And then the more you show what you have to offer with your company,
right,
that's what seals the deal.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So the restaurants, that's it. So I mean, back in the day, a lot of people focused on restaurants, right? Yeah. I mean, that was the kind of the easy route to go. It was there was a lot of maybe terminals on the counter or easy integrations. There might be a lot of Aloha's, like, we can integrate with that or whatever. Right. But today's restaurants, a lot of people are going away from that. The people that used to only do restaurants now are focusing on other industries because they think it's too hard. There's too many obstacles with some proprietary point of sales,
Right.
some of those point of sale people getting into processing, right?
Right.
How have you been able to overcome that or focus on that?
Well, I mean, you have to transition, like you said, with Aloha, then Toast comes along, and it's just every situation's different.
Right.
But I sold some tinned with Heartland, and I thought that was really taking off. Well, then COVID came along and took care of that.
Yeah, it took off all right. Yeah. Not the wrong direction, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I felt really good about it. I was really, I thought, man, I'm killing this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had a couple of accounts in Arkansas that were going to be really good.
Yeah.
With tinned, actually 4 restaurants, and that would have carried on over to more than that. And then COVID hit, and the guy just, I can't do this. I may not even be open next week. I said, don't do that. Don't be so, Yeah. Long story short, I didn't get that, but it's just all transitions, and like you said, it's not like it used to be with you just go in and you have the countertop terminal.
Right.
Now you're doing the menus on Clover or whatever point of sale, or integrating if you can still do that.
Right, right.
That's getting harder too.
It's getting harder, isn't it? Yeah.
So
yeah. What is your go-to point of sale solution now? What was it?
Clover.
Clover, yeah. You liking that?
Yeah. Oh, I like Clover, yeah.
Yeah. What is it about Clover that you like? I mean, again, there's people out here listening that probably are like, I've heard of Clover, I've seen it. Yeah. What is it you love about it?
I think number one is it's user friendly for the customer.
Right.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Because I've had some others that aren't that user friendly.
Right.
And everybody knows Clover.
Yeah.
So you've got that going for you.
Yep.
But even people that have never had a point of sale get acclimated to Clover pretty quick.
It's very intuitive, I believe.
Yep. So
and I like it as a dumb credit card sales guy. I like that setting it up as like plug the blue cord into the blue hole, plug the red cord. Like I love that makes it so much easier too.
Yeah, there's some frustration with it, like with the menu builds, but
right.
It all works out.
Yeah.
Because every customer has their own way that they want modifiers added and things like that.
Right.
So.
Right. No.
I kind of like the challenge of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. You have to like challenges if you're sticking around the restaurant space.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure, Steve.
For sure. Yeah. I've told people, because I know a lot of them, I said they are a different breed of cat. they are the example of entrepreneurs.
Right. So before you got into this, you mentioned that you were doing some sales work before this. What industry was that in before?
Well, it was a restaurant equipment sales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I worked with a company in Joplin. I did contract sales, and then I'll do also some to individual restaurants.
Okay.
And so I got a lot of relationships with
people
in that industry.
Yeah. So as you've built over this last 7 years, what is your way of finding new customers? I mean, is it cold calling or referrals? A little bit of both?
A combination of both. The trick is the more sales you make, the easier it is to get referrals.
Right.
Less cold calls.
Yeah.
But I still like to do cold calls. That's part of what keeps me interested in the business, in the sales, because I like to be out. Yeah. I like to meet new people, and, I've got friends I thought I'd never had.
Right.
And my customers become my friends, most of them.
Yes.
You get a relationship, and you get invited to parties and things like that.
Yeah. What about, so kind of switching gears here a little bit. The 7 years, there's a lot of changes. A lot of things have changed over that 7 years, right? But your motivation probably hasn't, right?
No.
What's behind that? What is it that gets you up every day to open that door and keep going?
Like I said, I don't like to sit still.
Okay.
And I can go out and, I can drive 4 hours to a customer. I can stay in town.
Yeah.
And I'm competitive.
Yeah. Yes.
And to some degree, the new technology, it changes all the time, so it keeps you up,
I love that.
And I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about family? I know you do a lot of stuff with family.
Oh my gosh.
Family is massively important to you. I remember that last time we dined together. We were talking a lot about the grandkids and everything like that.
I spoil them rotten, and I get blamed for everything they do, whether I deserve it or not. So a lot of it I do deserve.
Yeah. That's a big motivation for you, right?
Oh, yes.
Taking care of the family, making sure that
my wife and
That's cool, man. That's good.
Yep.
When you think about like those last 7 years and all the changes that have happened, is there anything you look at and say, man, I'm sure glad this thing changed, that this new thing came out, or I have access to this new product that I maybe didn't have before, or this different pricing model or whatever it may be. Is there something you can look at over those last 7 years like, man, I'm so glad of this change or this difference?
It's sort of a two-edged sword with COVID, because what happened after that was when the cash discounting came along.
Yes.
And that was a big change for me, I know for everybody else.
Right.
Because people that had never thought about it or didn't even know about it.
Right.
You know, I had a customer in Joplin that he's from the East Coast, and he would ask me about, why don't you guys do this?
Wow.
Because
really?
we do it on the East Coast all the time. I said, we just don't offer it. Huh. You know, well, then COVID changed that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was just like opening a whole new market.
Yeah.
And you go talk to people about it, and they're going to do what? I don't have to pay you guys? Well, no, it's sort of like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a big change.
Right.
And I think all the technology has made things a lot better.
Right.
For both us and the customer, which is the key. Is, you know, happy customer,
yeah,
happy portfolio.
I like that. That's a good one. We're gonna put that on the wall. We're gonna make a T-shirt. Yeah. I'm with you. I mean, I think when I think back of, you know, pushing on 20 years for me in this industry, and my gosh, the you never know when you're in the good old, you don't know that when you're in the good old days until it's, you know, afterwards you look back on it, right?
Sure.
But I think these are the times when we're going to look back 10 years from now, 5 years from now, whatever, and say, oh my gosh, remember when we used to do this or could do this, and the profitability of that is just, for the agents out there that are listening to this, you know, whether it be cash discounting, dual pricing, surcharging, whatever, but the ability to do that has existed for a little while, but really didn't become big until the last few years,
right?
Really,
the last, what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, become massively accepted now that it in ways that it didn't before.
Yeah.
So when you know, right now there's somebody listening to this. This is one of my favorite questions to ask. Is there's somebody listening to this podcast who's, you know, they're looking at you or listening to you, and they're like, you know, I kind of got a similar background, right? I'm thinking about getting into this industry, or I'm just getting into this industry, and I'm lost. Like, I don't know what to do next. What do you say to that guy, that girl?
You have to have perseverance.
Perseverance.
Because when you start out, you know, we've all been through it. It's like, is this really what I got into?
Right.
Because, you know, you're doing cold calls, and you're learning the business. You're learning customers. You know?
Right.
And I'd say perseverance and knowing your product and your customers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say knowing your products, how do you keep up on products? That's one thing I've learned in this industry the hard way over the last, you know, 15 plus years, and definitely over the last 5-6 years of building, you know, Pay Compass, is there's a struggle on how do I learn, right? How do you keep up
with
on
our
things?
Company? It's easy with guys like Scott.
Yeah.
You know, we're always learning new products. I've known Scott for a long time.
Right.
And he's helped me out a lot. He used to help me with Tend.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and you got John Marshall, and I don't know if you want me saying all that stuff.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
That's how you learn, you know. And I read your stuff.
Okay, appreciate
it's surprising you do that every day, but
Yeah.
Like every day, there's something to learn.
I appreciate that. Thank
and
you.
then on Toolbox Tuesday, when the new products come out,
That's great.
So,
That's great.
yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah. I'll pay you later for that commercial. Thank you much. Yeah.
But I mean, it's how much you want to put into it.
Right.
Basically.
Right. And I think that's a great lesson for so many people out there. That is you have to treat this like your own business, right? It is your own business.
And I've told people, yeah, exactly that. As an entrepreneur, it's my business, but I'm using your resources and your products.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always kind of thought of it as like a, and I know this doesn't equate to everyone, but us Midwesterners get this is like a co-op, right?
Right.
We're all independent, but we pool our resources together so we can have better buying power, better opportunities, better learning situations, because now we're looked at as you're a bigger fish than if you're that individual person.
Sure.
We all come together, right? Because anyone can do this by themselves, but what fun is that, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Well, and also I won't say just as good as the company that supports you, but you really are.
Right.
Because, I mean, like, our support is so good. If I don't know something, I call sales or I call support or marketing.
Yeah.
And they'll find the answer for me.
I love that. Bro. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. I appreciate that for sure. So what's next for Steve, right? So you've built a great portfolio over 7 years. Things are solid, but you're not done. Okay?
I don't think you
next
can.
for you?
My personality is I just can't. I don't sit still. I'm always looking towards the next thing. So
Yeah.
that's what I enjoy about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there any plans to at some point say I'm gonna?
I don't plan to ever fully retire.
Good for you, brother.
No,
Good for you.
I've heard. I was talking to somebody about that this morning. You know, I heard a guy one time say, they asked him when he's going to retire, and he goes, "Retire to what?" But that's just how my family is. My dad had a business, and he worked as long as he could.
Right.
It's just, I don't know if you call it work ethic or what, but
Yeah.
if you enjoy it, you know.
Yeah.
So, and there's times, you know, it's a job still.
Yeah.
There's times you hit things with, you know, different technology situations or whatever, but they always work out.
Right. One of the things I love most about this industry, and I'm sure you do as well, and I hear come up a lot in conversations here or other places, is that so much of this is about freedom, and not just financial freedom, but freedom in other ways.
Right.
What does that mean for you in freedom? What does that allow you to do, whether it be financially, personally, with your time? What does it allow you to do that's meant a big difference for you in the last 7 years?
With the finances, obviously, it's great, and you know, there's never enough there, you know. So you can travel and things like that, and I'm not with a fixed schedule. So if I want to take off a week to go someplace or a couple of days to go someplace,
Right.
But there's just a lot of freedom. As far as like freedom, I don't have a territory.
Right.
You know, I work in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri. I've got people in Kansas City. I have customers 4 hours away from me.
Right.
But I have a lot of them right in the backyard. It's just kind of, I'm just weird. I like to go new places and find some place I want to attack and go after it.
Yeah. I don't think that's that abnormal. Right? I think we get bored easily as salespeople, right?
Yeah.
And so I think sometimes we need that new excitement, right?
See, I've had office jobs before, and I can't fly a desk very long.
Yeah. I can't imagine you sitting behind a desk for very long, Steve. No, definitely not. So when from a team standpoint, you know, you were originally on a team when you started at Heartland, and
Right.
I know you know there's always been a lot of strong teams in that Joplin area, right?
Yep.
Is there a power in that? Is there something that's helped you, or are you to the point now where it's like, hey, I just want to do my own thing and leave me alone? How does that work for you?
I'm kind of independent, but I mean, having a team, and a team is only as good as the leadership.
Right.
And I have to give a lot of kudos to Rob Cervantes. He's a great guy, and he talked me into coming here. Yeah. And it wasn't much of a, it didn't take a lot of convincing. Right. But we have a very loose team, and I take that all the way to support and people here, Yeah. So it's a team, but it's a different kind of team. It's not really like you have a bureaucracy and you've got to be, everybody has their own little compartments, Right. Yeah. So, I mean, and I have guys in Joplin, we help each other out. Like if somebody's gone or somebody can't take care of a customer right away, we help each other out. But
right.
Yeah, that's teamwork to me.
I love that. You're right. I think of it as like we use this word. I know a lot of people use this word very loosely, but for me, I truly feel this way. It's a family that's all has each other's backs, right?
Exactly.
And it's not I'm out for what's just best for me. It's I'm out to help you as well, right? Yep. And if that means you're on vacation and you got to merchant down and I need to go help out, having that someone to have your back is just It's just huge.
And this business, this company seems different than a lot of structured businesses I've been in before.
Right.
Because everybody, everybody does their own job and don't encroach on my territory. But here it's just like, we'll take care of it. If you got a problem, let me know. We'll work it out together.
That's right.
And we're still going to have a good time.
That's right. We're going to have fun doing it. That's right. It's like a family. We're gonna we may get mad at each other and yell at each other a little bit, but we're gonna figure it out. And
But that doesn't mean you're not going to defend each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I can insult you, but nobody else better.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah. Well, Steve, I've really enjoyed this conversation, and I love how much this is you know, there's a lot of power in what you say and how you're doing it, and it's back to basics type mentality, and I absolutely love that. No, hey, we don't need to have all the frills and bells and whistles. Let's just get out there and do it the old way that we know works, right?
Exactly.
And I love that. I love that about you. So thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks for another episode of the Agent First podcast. We'll see you next time.